Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Let's go. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. Okay, if you're new to our channel, do the usual YouTube stuff. Please like, share, subscribe, and remember to turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we go live or when we release a new video.
Dan kita ada Telegram members, boleh join dekat kita punya link. So dekat situ kita boleh dapat info United punya info apa-apa, dan kita boleh borak dekat dalam tu, kita boleh chat, kita boleh menceritakan apa saja dekat dalam Telegram. Dan boleh menjadi apa saja.
Ada syarat tak untuk join Telegram? Ada syarat tak untuk join Telegram? Ada syarat tak untuk join Telegram group?
Top up 3 dos.
Top up 3 dos. Okay, and guys, don't forget, please leave your player ratings and also vote for your man of the match. Okay, we'll run through it later. Okay, let me just start off and say that I am very, very relieved that we actually won, because if we would have lost, I would have hide in the cave. I have to go inside the cave. I have to dig a hole and hide inside the hole inside the cave, because Arsenal fans, right, would never stop talking about it, never stop bantering me about it. So I got peace and happiness the whole day through lah. Okay. So Jai, apa perasaan you? Macam biasa, perasaan you tentang game semalam?
First thing first, saya sangat gembira sebab kita dapat kalahkan Arsenal. Dalam Big 4, antara Big 4 kita menang dengan Arsenal. Jadi dekat sini mengurangkan sedikit tekanan, dan paling mustahak say goodbye daripada Carrick sebelum dia gerak, dia belah, dia dah bagi kita 1 kemenangan lagi. So 2 kemenangan, 1 draw. Itu yang paling bagus untuk kita. Positif.
Okay, since that Jai, you brought up yang pasal Carrick. Okay, for those who's not aware, yang masih tersembunyi dalam gua, Michael Carrick already resigned as a first team coach member, coaching staff. Alright, so he already stepped down, even though apparently that Ralph Rangnick actually wanted him to stay, but then he decided that he need a break from all of it and whatnot. So Smurf, what do you think about Michael Carrick, okay, making the decision of walking away from the club at this moment?
I think it's the best decision made by him for the betterment of the club, as I always would mention. And he, at the end of the day, he's living on a high. Put it this way, he's one of the rare managers. I mean, I wouldn't say manager, but the person in charge of the team. He is unbeaten, and I think it's a very, very lovely record to keep. So all hats off to him, and thank you, Michael Carrick, for all those 15 years of your time with United.
Do you think that we would see him back coaching, maybe a championship club or something like that? Or do you think that he's done already with his, he's already at the pinnacle, one of the biggest club ever already, right? So do you think that he will continue his career as a manager somewhere down the future?
Well, for me, I don't think so. He even started, put it that way. He was always the assistant, or he was basically helping the coaches around after his playing career. So therefore, I believe that it will be best suited for him to probably look at what Steven Gerrard did. Start off from a low, go down to a Champions League club, or maybe if you want to stay in England, a League One or so on, and build up your name, build up your character as a manager. And then basically after 4 or 5 seasons in the lower leagues, you are good enough and you will be hunted. You don't have to go hunting for a job. If you are that good, you will be hunted.
Okay, you got a comment by Brayley. Carrick is unbeaten. Best manager record ever. Yes, Carrick. Michael Carrick and Ralph Rangnick. Okay.
Because even Ryan Giggs was also, Ryan Giggs had 4 games with us. He lost 1. But Carrick And the teams that he went against was no joke. Villarreal, you're talking about Chelsea, mid-table Arsenal. So, yep, I think he did fantastically well.
Bear in mind that Villarreal and Arsenal, we would consider them our boogie team. We always have issues with them. Not to say they're better, a good team or whatnot. It's just that somehow the stars align. We will always mess up or something will happen. Okay, we got a comment here by Madan. Blaze United Fortress. Thank you, Carrick, but he should have done it 2 weeks ago together with Ole. But maybe if you think about it now that we are all calmed down and then it's all positive now, right? If he would have left 2 weeks ago, right? Our incompetent board haven't got anybody in. No one would have taken over the role. So kudos to Carrick, for how to say, continuing the role as the pre-interim manager for the last 3 games, and of course to give us the results, the points and the results.
Let me add to it, basically. I mean, if it wasn't Michael Carrick, I mean, the next best candidate, or basically the next best candidate the board would actually see for interim manager, or basically a part-time interim manager for United would actually be Mike Phelan. And we do not need this joker. I mean, he has relegated teams before. You mentioned about Hull City, probably in I can't recall, 2016, something roughly about there. So for me, I think it was a wise decision to keep Carrick. But back to Madan's thing, I think what he's trying to mean is probably the board should have basically made a decision during the international and bring in a manager.
If you're talking about precise timing, I think after that Liverpool game should have done it already. Seriously, should have done it. Shouldn't have dragged it any more further already. Yeah. So,
but somehow it actually panned out well for us.
Exactly. And then knowing that, of course, Ralph Rangnick would need time for him to incorporate his ideas and whatnot. And then again, we don't know how well our players will take it, because he has been 3 years under Ole, and then we didn't really play with any particular style or any tactical nuance or whatnot, is it? So might take some time. So the good thing is the current fixtures that we have are all pretty much easy fixtures, right? From the young boys and the subsequent fixtures. Also, I think it's a good time also. Everything, I mean, end of the day, it's a blessing. Okay, we got a message from Jai. He just WhatsApp me. So electric rumah tendang. Oh man. So you'll be only 2 hours only for now for the time being. Okay. So okay, I want to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, it's usual. I mean, it's usually like this. If just say you're a top player, carrying a huge CV and whatnot, expectations is real high, pressure is of course massive, okay. So the past few games, the past few weeks, right, the critics, the pundits, and even our fans, we haven't been very kind, I would say, to Cristiano Ronaldo. But yesterday he scored his 800 and 801 goal as a professional football player. So where do you stand right now, Smurf? Do you think that there's still more room for him to actually proceed and to prove his doubters wrong?
I never doubted Ronaldo's ability. I never doubted his ability. I mean, he was always the main man for United. And as a person, he is pretty good. I mean, you look at the recent I think jersey signed by him. Ping actually asked him for a jersey sign for donation, and he basically obliged by it. So in terms of character, he's good. And yeah, one thing is Ronaldo is a machine that will basically perform and outperform records. He is there to probably try to beat every record possible. Now, 801 goals in 1,095 games is no joke. I think Romario was about 700 plus goals in 9 over 100 games. That's the closest. The second best is Romario now. And then comes Pelé behind him. So for him to beat legends like Romario, like Pelé, I think this guy is machine, and whoever is going to break his record will probably be a long time from now. So kudos to Ronaldo, and total hats off to him.
Okay, any particular message or anything to the fans that actually doubted Ronaldo, to the pundits? Okay, let's not talk about the fans. Let's talk about the pundits that actually mentioned. I think that day Roy Keane and what's the guy's name? The other guy's name? Shit, he just skipped my mind. What's the guy's name, buddy? Carrick, yeah, Carrick. They actually argued on Sky about Cristiano Ronaldo. So any particular message, especially to Carrick, to Jamie Carragher, regarding Cristiano Ronaldo?
Don't be a jealousy pot. Basically, you never achieve much in your playing career, so don't be a jealousy pot and put others down. I think Ronaldo is a person who will go far, and just let him do what he does best, break records, and basically set the bar higher for any younger generation player to actually beat his record. So for me, Carragher, don't talk nonsense lah.
Sit down, Carragher, sit down. Okay, we got a comment here by admin Gomba. Okay, technical, how to say, a comment admin update nama team lah dalam player rating lah. Apa lawan Chelsea tak nak Carrick step down lah tu. I already updated before I went live, so we just double confirm, guys. If there's any issue, please update. How to say, just leave a comment in the chat, the live chat. All right, I will check. All right, a comment by Brian Lee. Okay, to have the Cajuns to put the penalty in the middle of the goal for the winning goal is amazing and brave. Ramsdale was on a good form. Yes, but then Ramsdale is not David De Gea, mind you. All right, Doc is not live. He's not live, right? Doc is not live now. Alamak. Okay, let me see. Okay, another comment. Admin Gomba. I don't know, Admin Gomba. Why do you want to attract heat? Cristiano Ronaldo is playing for himself. Focus on his own record only. I don't know, man. I beg to differ, man. I think he has a winning mentality and he wants to win for the team. That is for sure. Okay. Okay, we move on to the next topic, right? Okay, I want to ask you, Smurf, any particular thing that caught your eye? The way that we played yesterday. Any particular thing that caught your eye apart from the normal thing that we usually do?
Fred caught my eye. In the first half, to be honest, I mean, he was awful in the first half. His passes was not reaching his intended area, intended person he wants to pass to. I mean, he was just awful. But when he went into I think the last minute or the second last minute before the half was finished, he basically assisted Bruno. It was a fantastic goal, wonderful goal. Lovely assist to pull the ball back and to know how. I mean, he was aware where Bruno was, and to pull the ball back was no joke. He went into the dressing room, probably got some little bit of a Carrick hairdryer treatment. I mean, I look at it that way. When he came out, kudos to him. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best or basically he's a world-class player or so forth, but I mean, he changed. I mean, he changed, and there was a lot of improvement from him, and yeah, he sailed through from there. So we just hope that with this positiveness and what we actually see from Fred doing yesterday in the second half, or maybe against Chelsea as well, he would actually continue to excel under Ralph and basically seal his place in the mid. I mean, I never really liked Fred in United, but I'm giving him a second chance, and I think he deserves a second chance for what he's basically showing these days.
You gotta give him some props, Smurf. He actually assisted 2 goals, way. 2 goals yesterday.
Three.
2, way. Where got 3?
3.
2.
He wrecked here.
Alamak. Oh, okay. Speaking, let's talk about that. Okay, that first goal from Arsenal. What do you think about that? I mean, you being a coach yourself also, right? What do you think? Was that supposed to be a goal, or do you think that it was a clear? I mean, how to say? It's not really a foul, because his own player, right? So what do you think?
I'm not going to be biased. To Arsenal fans or Arsenal Football Club. But the goal stands for me. I think VAR got it spot on. The referee got it spot on. The goal stands for me. I mean, it was okay. Put it this way: I've seen strikers dive. I've seen midfielders dive to get penalty. Defenders dive a little bit here and there to probably get some PT. But the only time I see a goalkeeper dive is basically trying to save a ball, or he's going to successfully save a ball. But yesterday was really bad attitude by De Gea. I mean, my point of view, no sportsmanship in that. You got a step on your foot. Okay, you don't have to go down like that. What probably was in his mind is it was probably the opponent who actually touched him. Correct. I mean, this is what I think. The opponent probably touched him. Right. He do not know who touched him. He went down without looking who touched him. And he was facing towards his own goal. So he has no idea where the ball is, and hoping for the referee to actually blow the whistle and draw a foul. But unfortunately, it was his own player. And, well, it just backfired. So for me, I question the sportsmanship in that incident. But I'm not taking away the saves that he made after that. And, of course, games previously, I'm going to leave that to rest. But the save he made after that was good. I mean, he was a key player because we would have probably lost the game if it's not without De Gea. I mean, he made a great save from Gabriel's back. It
Yes,
wasn't a
back
header, it
header.
was a
Yeah,
back,
yeah, that was a
something like that.
fantastic,
Yeah.
instinctive
So
save.
it
save,
was very, very good. But well, sportsmanship, I questioned that from him at that particular moment yesterday.
Where is Dog when we need him? I mean, if it's just Smurf alone, but then we have another person. Apparently, David De Gea was at fault for the first goal. Okay, so we might want to clip this and then play it for Dog lah. All right. Okay, we got another comment here. All right, by Splendid Spy. All right, Fred was trying very hard. I must say he was more proactive than the invincible McTominay again. Okay, I know. Yes, I'm putting this as how to say as soft as possible for you because I know you got a soft spot for McTominay. But what do you think about McTominay's performance in the last few games? Many mentioned that he is like he's lost and somehow like they use the term invincible. I don't really like the term invincible because people use it on Marcel a lot because I mean I know how much it hurts. But then again, what's your honest opinion on McTominay's performance?
Again, I'm not going to be biased. I mean, as a footballer myself, of course not professional, but as a coach myself, if a player who, even though I adore, I have a soft spot for him, but he does not perform, and I will criticize him. I mean, looking at McTominay's performance in these recent games, I think after coming back from an injury or so forth, he has not been impressive. He has not been impressive. He has not been himself. I mean, when I talk about McTominay, I always recall the McTominay who basically pocket other players, goes in for rash tackle. I mean, that is what I think about McTominay. So soft spot or not, if you do not perform out the door, you should sit on the bench, basically. And I think that yesterday's performance was awful by McTominay. He looks clueless. He was just simply off form. So no bias here. If you are playing terribly, you can be one of my favorite players. I will still criticize you on that. And that goes to Mason Greenwood as well.
The one that they mentioned about McTominay, his ability to pass forward. He actually tried. I give him props for that. He actually tried, but then of course he didn't really hit his target yesterday. But most of the time he's doing square passes, side-to-side passes, and back passes. Do you think now with the appointment of Ralph Rangnick coming up with a proper system and whatnot, we see an improvement in his gameplay? And would he, people always mention that he's a box-to-box type of player. So do you think in the coming weeks and months that he will transform into another type of player that which we won't criticize as being invincible and whatnot? In fact, he will actually contribute to the team.
Well, for me, McTominay, I think he has still a lot to improve. Like you mentioned, coach, basically he's forward passing, he's passing into space. He has a lot to back up on it, put it that way. So under Ralph Rangnick, I think he would need time to adjust. Because I feel that he's young. He's a young player. And even Mason Greenwood is a young player, put it that way. We've got Hannibal, we've got Ilanga, we've got Ahmad. These guys are young lads. They are just coming out and making the name for themselves. But what's most important when you are young is basically you have proper guidance. So this is what I feel that has been failed in Manchester United these recent seasons because there is no proper guidance for these players. I think the last probably was Jose Mourinho for me, because Ole came in. I mean, there was a lot of favoritism and so on, but when you talk about guidance and grooming a young talent to be a world-class player or to be somebody better in the future, I think Ole has failed on that. So with Ralph Rangnick coming in with a plan, with his ambition of basically making every player the best they can be before he steps down and get into the consulting role, I think it would work for most of them. But if they cannot perform in these 6 months and they do not show improvement, out the door as soon as possible. January is coming, out the door.
Okay, comment by AG. Okay, McFred can't play together. Why play them? Okay, Jai, biasa I tahu you paling harsh critic for Fred. Okay, in this case, right, should we as a fan base give time and maybe some how to say allowance bagi McTominay dengan Fred? Alamak, kena tendang pula. But okay, I'll point this question to you lah, Sbeth. So I mean,
lucky I had time to drink water lah.
Okay, so do you think that during this, we should give them some time for them to actually, maybe there's still potential, like you mentioned, because Ole is partly responsible for them, the way that they play. And then the LVG time, the Mourinho time, the park the bus kind of system, maybe with a new proper system, we will see a new pairing. Maybe few months down the line, we'll be talking about McFred. We'll be asking for McFred, the partnership in the midfield role. What do you think?
I don't think so. It's going to happen anytime soon. To be very honest, it's not going to happen anytime soon. I don't see McFred playing, being our midfield, being our DMs, or basically holding the game for us. But I do not doubt that probably in the future, it will happen. It could happen depending on Ralph, how he's going to guide them and how he's going to groom them from now. And of course, our next permanent manager that's probably coming end of the season, or end of the season. So we would actually see it from there. So I'm not going to give up on them, but I would not start them now. If it's going to start them now, probably against a very weak team that we know that we have players on the bench who come in and can change the game in case something goes bad. And the manager has to be totally confident of that before starting them or giving them an opportunity. So let them do this on the training ground and see how it goes from there.
Okay, question by Baron Lee. What if Ralph still plays McFred? Okay, I think if he plays them in a proper system, proper guidance, actually, instructing them what to do, which area to cover, who to mark and whatnot, I think we will see a different dynamics to the McFred partnership. Okay, Jai. Okay ya, Jai?
Ya. Okey. Ngam.
Selamat.
Aku nak tahu apa masalah. Dia kejap putus lah.
Okay. We move to the next topic. All right, let's talk about the defensive partnership. Okay, Harry Maguire dengan Lindelof. Okay, Jai, what do you think about their performance yesterday?
Untuk Maguire dengan Lindelof malam, orang kata banyak nervous dan banyak mistake. Ada mistake yang I tak tahulah, macam Lindelof ni dia tak boleh pairing dengan Maguire tau. Kita tak nampak dia punya Lindelof ni. I think batu penghalang untuk defend kita Maguire sekarang. Sebab bila kita tengok Lindelof dengan Bailey, diorang agak suit macam last game before kan. Kurang mistake, tapi semalam nampak nervous ada. Dia balik pada bukan pairing untuk Maguire dengan Lindelof.
Jai, I rasa sekarang I nervous tau. Kerana nervous you tiba-tiba kena tenang lagi tau. Bukan
You macam Maguire dan Lindelof.
Oh, I think he got his. Okay lah, dia macam maybe Jai you try restart dulu router ke apa, kerana you macam hang lah, macam dengar tak dengar macam tu. Maybe you restart. Okay, I pass the question.
There's a Marshall comment. Can you bring
Marshall
that up?
got a lot from just now. A lot of Marshall comment. I don't want. I want to
No,
ignore.
there's one by...
Because
Thanks, Justin Sean.
Man. Oh my god. No. Wait. Hey, come on lah. I'm happy, man. I'm not hiding in the cave. Don't lah do this to me, alright? Okay, maybe Josh, maybe you can add on. What do you think about our centre-back pairing? And also, got to point out the performance of Harry Maguire. Because personally, for me, I think yesterday he did some good forward passes, diagonal passes to Jadon Sancho and whatnot. I think he was rather solid. What do you think?
I think he was still under par, to be very honest. I think Lindelof really outshined him in the centre back. I think if anyone were to make that improvement, I think it was Lindelof. Really clean, really disciplined, doing a lot of clear. I think Maguire, 1-2 passes, okay let it be a perfect pass, but that's the least he should do as a defender. At least don't make mistakes. Stay close to the strikers and all. So yesterday, Maguire's performance, yes, it was better than what he used to play before, but still below average to be very honest. And I feel that Lindelof really had a really, really good game yesterday, and also follow up to what he has been playing for the last 2-3 games actually. So I really hope that Lindelof can be the next pairing with Varane. But Maguire, I don't know, maybe yesterday he improved a bit based on his so bad performance, but still below par for me.
Okay, we got a comment here. Okay, this one I gotta read out. Okay, it's not because of it's a Marcel comment. Okay, Punca Marcel comment sama je pijal. Okay, Doc, I think you might want to rewind a bit, maybe like 10-15 minutes ago. Okay, we talked about David De Gea's contribution to the goal yesterday. All right, almost cost us the game. All right, Doc. So you want to rewind first? Okay, wait. Let me see. Okay, so guys, again, don't forget, for those of the viewers that just joined us, right, don't forget to leave your player ratings. Okay, link in the description below, and also vote for the man of the match. We will go through it in a short period of time. Okay, within 5 minutes or so. Right, Jai is connected, but don't know lah. Okay, wait, Jai. Okay, Jai.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, soalan
Okay,
I tuju kepada you sekarang. Okay, so semalam apa pendapat you tentang wingback kita semalam? Alex Telles dengan Diego Delo semalam.
Wow. Satu perkataan, wow. Dalam banyak-banyak game semalam, game terbaik Telles dengan Dalot. Kalau bagi rating sekarang, nak kena bagi rating sekarang.
Belum.
Sekejap lagi.
Sekejap lagi belum.
Tetapi game semalam adalah different game daripada game-game sebelum ni. Kita boleh nampak dia orang terlibat dengan attacking, dia orang compact balik dengan defend, kiri kanan memang hidup. So kalau lah Ralf Rangnick nampak kemungkinan kalau I jadi Ralf Rangnick, kiri dan kanan dia orang sekarang ni tengah form dengan attacking, dengan defensive. So perkataan wow untuk diorang. Telles, Dalot.
I want to add on more to this. Okay, Surf, what do you think about the wingback's performance? Because I really think that is one of the the players' performance that it's like a breath of fresh air. You know, usually when like recent games, when Shaw goes forward and whatnot, you don't see any any output. And then of course, like we know, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, when he gets the ball moving forward, it's like literally nothing. Okay, so how do you feel about the performance of our wingbacks yesterday?
Well, for my standards, I think there's still a lot of room to improve from the wingbacks. For my standard, yes, Dalot was. I mean, for me, Dalot was pretty impressive yesterday. But compared to Telles, I think he was more impressive because I think the second goal, if I'm not wrong, United's second goal, it was a pass from Maguire from the back. He was actually heading to Rashford, but Rashford probably was not able to get it. It was won by Dalot. He did very, very well and passed it to Rashford to actually square the ball in for Ronaldo to score the goal. So for me, Dalot, defensively, he did a few sliding tackles, which was spot on. And I feel that he is a player that we should keep, and Ralf Rangnick should actually groom him forward. Whereas for Telles, I think there's still room for improvement. Yes, of course, we all know that, and we cannot take away from him that his crossing is great. But there was one incident that I was pretty much disappointed. I think it was the first half, if I'm not wrong, or second half, where he was actually chased down by Martinelli. He was actually being pressured by Martinelli, and he could actually pass the ball to Maguire. Maguire was open. There was a clear passing line to pass the ball for Maguire, and probably Maguire could have cleared it, but he did not want to pass the ball. He still wanted to dribble and fight it off, but at the end of the day, he lost it. He lost out to Martinelli on that. So I think he still has a lot to improve on that. A bit trust your teammate, but of course, you're talking about Maguire. It's quite a difficult task to do. Well, you got to sometimes things out of the box, and yeah, I think Shaw and Telles at the moment, I will start Telles. And in regards to AWB versus Dalot, for the moment, I think I'll go with what Carrick went yesterday, Telles and Dalot for now, because I mean we know that these two can actually shoot and can cross the ball, no doubt about it.
Okay, a comment here by DL King Summary. We finally have an overlap attacking left back and also right back that knows how to cross the ball into the penalty area. Totally agree. So actually this one will create more dynamics in the way that we actually play, and also competition. This is the main thing, because I think people like Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Shaw, they got complacent. Because week in, week out, regardless of the performance that they put in, like against, Liverpool and whatnot, causing us goals and whatnot, they still play the following game. So with, I think Telles and Diego Delo performing like this, right, it will actually up their game. So it's a good thing also, like everyone will actually improve from this one. Right. So guys, we are going to move on into the player ratings. All right.
One thing, Dom, don't mind me. I'm sorry. Can you bring up Brian's comment? I like to. Basically, he said the one that he said he thought I was the only one second goal for Arsenal. He didn't close in. That means I think he's specifying to Dalot if I'm Telles, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. I thought, this is the comment by Brian Lee. Yes, I thought it was the only 1 second goal for Arsenal. He didn't close in, hence the cross came in and Odegaard scored. The positional sense. Okay, add
I
on to
think
that.
we were talking about it yesterday, lah. I mean, we were talking on the group chat yesterday that Telles was off position. I think you highlighted that to us. But if you look at it closely, I feel that Odegaard, I feel that the mistake was also partly Fred, because if you guys notice that Fred lost his man, Fred lost Odegaard, and Odegaard just went on and basically took the shot which sailed through past the here. So for me, Fred was also partly to be blamed, or I mean, my point of view. So it's not only the positioning of Telles, the positioning of the defense, but Fred should have followed his man.
Okay, we got a comment here by Blaze United Fortress. Okay. Will Ralph maintain Maguire captaincy? Okay, Josh, you
Please
gotta
no.
answer this. Wait lah, let Josh answer lah. Josh is a non-biased Harry Maguire supporter.
Oh my God, this is a good question.
Tough cookie for you. All right.
Tough. So I think he may not strip off his captaincy, but he won't play him. So the captaincy will go to either Cristiano or Bruno. So I don't know, like we have not seen any pass unless they were transferred out, not only for Manchester United but for any Premier League club that they remove the captaincy in the mid-season in that sense. I haven't seen it, but if it does, I know that Ralph means business. I mean, with that said, I would say that maybe Maguire won't be playing and Cristiano will be the captain, either Cristiano or Bruno. But to strip it off, it's by all means, don't get me wrong, I really want it to happen, but I don't think so that will happen in I guess in like a process or some sort. I don't think so that can happen, like they strip it off, but he won't play. That's something that possibly can happen.
Okay, guys, we're moving to the player ratings. All right, let's start with our first player, David De Gea. Jai. Yes, I always is like that lah. David De Gea, ever since Doc always join us for these player ratings and whatnot, right? We always separate David De Gea. Okay, so Jai, David De Gea, apa rating dia? Jangan bagi 7.6, jangan bagi 7.6 atau 7.8. Nanti marah Doc.
Okay, kita pernah tengok striker di bentis jatuh kan. Kita pernah tengok defend, midfield di bentis jatuh. Tetapi satu keadaan yang pelik. Goalkeeper kita membuat simulation.
Tidur. Minum
Masuk circus.
So I tak kata David De Gea tak bagus. Dia memang bagus. Tetapi rupa-rupanya baru kita tahu dia ada kelebihan lain selain daripada fly.
Pelakon.
Dia boleh jadi pelakon. Tetapi malangnya bukan di kotak penalti lawan, di kotak penalti sendiri. Jadi performance dia yalah. Performance dia
Sportsmanship off.
Dia sorry cakap lah, kalau nak kata lembik tu nanti ramai fan-fan David De Gea marah kan. Tapi badan
memang sorang saja.
Badan, tapi itu kelebihan dia lah. Kelebihan dia. Kita tak nafikan dia memang bagus, tetapi dia ada kelebihan lain yang kita pun di luar kotak kita. So jadi I think dia betul lah. Brian Lee kata dia mungkin boleh dapat Oscar. Kan. So for the rating,
in 2 minutes he ran to the referee and asked for the foul, In 2 minutes.
That's why I cakap tadi. That's why I cakap tadi dia pergi macam seperti dia nak dapatkan penalti tetapi silap, dia bukan di kotak penalti lawan, di kotak penalti kita. So for the rating numbers 5.5. I bagi 5.5.
But he did save and whatnot. Okay, basically I think a bit harsh lah. But anyway, the viewers rated David De Gea 6.9. Okay, Doc, it's not a 7.6 but it's a 6.9, Doc. Okay.
Mungkin tambah dengan Oscar tadi jadi tambah lagi 1 point lah. So dapat 6.5.
Okay.
Aduh,
so
pelik.
We move on to the next pair of players, Maguire and Lindelof. Okay, Smurf, what do you think about their performance?
Maguire. Ayo. Okay lah, Lindelof for
You're
me,
not Raj.
he
You're
did.
not Raj, bro. You're not Raj, bro.
No,
So
no,
it's
no.
okay, bro.
Yeah, but let me start with Lindelof lah. Lindelof, he did pretty decent to me. I mean, he cleared a few headers. Now I'm starting to see Lindelof actually contributing to defensive headers at the back and clearing it off. So on top of that, yeah, he did pretty decent. So overall, I'll give him probably about 6.5 likely. Yeah, 6.5. I think I'll stick to that. But in regards to Maguire, I mean, I hate this guy. I hate this captain of ours who basically got relegated probably for record time. 4 times he relegated from his team to a different division. I really hate him, but I mean, not to be biased, yesterday he did pretty decent. I mean, the second goal was probably he started off with the pass to Dalot. I mean, with a long chip to Dalot. I mean, I could see him pressing on top. He actually went up to press.
Yes.
So, and of course, I think in the first few minutes, he also did defend pretty decently yesterday, just on yesterday's game.
Yes.
I'll probably give him a 6.5 as per Lindelof. I mean, I'm not going to give him 6.8 or 7. So I still have
This
some
one is
bias.
classic. This one is classic. Maguire 8 for tying his shoelace during the last minute of game.
Because I remember that he was wasting time. And then he moved up.
He didn't take the ball. Yeah, he didn't take the ball.
Yes.
That one was classic. Yeah, that one was classic. Okay, so basically the viewers rated Maguire 5.4, Lindelof 5.8. Okay, we move on to our wingbacks. Teles and Dalo. Josh.
Wow, yesterday, I actually second what Jai said on the left back and our right back. I think they brought in a different dimension, different output of attacking power with that said, where were they all this while? This only proof that we have the quality in them. It's just that sometimes the system, sometimes when to go up, when to come down. The distribution in that sense. I really give them a great clap for them. I think we should rate them about 6.5 or almost 7 but for me it'll be 6.5 because as Smurf said, I think there's a lot more improvement. The Arsenal 2 left back and right back is not the best. Tavares and who's the other one? I forgot the right back.
Tomiyasu.
He's
good.
Yeah, Tomiyasu. Yeah, he's good, but he's always on top. So there's not much defending work to be done. So I give them a 6.5 for both of them.
Okay, for Teles it's a 6 from the viewers. Dalo is a 6.4. Okay, so okay lah, quite close lah. Alright. Okay. Next set of players. Fred, McTominay, and Bruno. Jai.
Okay, Fred
Interesting.
I'm listening.
I bagi tahu ni based of performance every games, bukan based untuk yang lepas-lepas punya, tak ada tau. Ini based on performance.
Game, pagi ni punya game.
Semalam punya game. So satu perkataan untuk Fred fantastic. Fantastic performance.
Nick, please clip. Sekali lagi you cakap saya Jai mengatakan bahawa Fred fantastic. Cakap please.
Saya Jai menyatakan dekat sini Fred ialah fantastic performance. Sebab
non-biased. Steady.
Fantastic performance. Because why? Kita dapat goal assist daripada Fred. Satu kredit untuk dia. Kedua, dia bermain 3 game dan game yang terakhir Carrick ni sangat-sangat bagus. I admit kat situ. Saya sangat setuju yang dia bermain bagus semalam. Dan yang ketiga, dia tak suka David De Gea, dia pakuk David De Gea. So, tiga benda yang I nampak. Tapi secara serius, dia fantastic game semalam. Sangat-sangat bagus. Sangat-sangat. Dan I hope dia berkembang secara setiap game lah. Dan kurangkan, adalah sedikit mistake. Kurangkan mistake, dia akan jadi perfect. Tapi untuk game semalam, satu perkataan, fantastic. Fantastic
Rating
untuk...
Rating. Fantastic 10 ke?
No. 8.
8.
8.
Okay.
8 untuk Fred.
Macam mana dengan McTominay dengan Bruno?
Bruno, dia dapat gol. And then, dia punya passing pun, dia seperti biasa, menjaringkan gol. performance dia pun bagus, tetapi sebenarnya dia boleh lebih lagi. Jadi sekarang Fred fantastik, dia bukan fantastik lah. Performance dia macam biasa. Hanya macam biasa. Tetapi point rating dia sama juga macam Fred. 8. Sebab dia ada jaringkan gol kan. Dan yang satu lagi McTominay macam biasa, tak ada level tinggi sangat, tak ada level bawah sangat. Dia macam biasa saja. Dia tak ada lebih, tak ada kurang. So pada I, kalau kat sini I tulis more pada 6 lah, biasa. McTominay.
Okay. We got a comment by Splendid Spy. You guys saw the Fred block out of nowhere. Moderator mentioned superb last minute sliding to deny Saka. Would have been a goal though. I think it would have been a goal. So fantastic props to him for that. Okay, so viewers rated Fred 7.6. I think this is the highest Fred ever got rated so far on JomUnited. Okay. McTominay 5.6. All right. Fernandes 6.9. Okay. Smurf, Sancho, Rashford, and Ronaldo.
Straightforward. Rashford had a very bad game yesterday, if you ask me, besides the assist that he provided. I'm going to give him probably 5.2, 5.3. Well, Sancho, I can see glimpse of what I wanted to see. I mean, he's bringing his probably his Tottenham days into United. There is glimpse of it, and I think that under Ralph he would actually progress and be devastating. I want him to be a devastating winger or a forward or a striker, whatever he's going to be under Ralph. Yesterday's performance, I would give him probably a 6.2. And then the other one you were asking me about is Cristiano Ronaldo, 801 goals in 1,095 games. A record holder, the first player in history to actually beat 800 goals. I mean, he beat Romario. Romario was second at 780 odd, if I'm not wrong, with 9 over 100 games played. So, Siu Ronaldo, he scored 2 goals. He scored a penalty. He had the guts to actually kick it right to the middle of the net, which is very savable, if you ask me, for any keeper. He was spot on. He was confident. Yes, he was trying very hard initially to score a fantastic 800 goal of his career. We could see that there was 2 bicycle kick attempts struck by him, but nevertheless, it was a tap in for his 800 and 801 in penalty. So he still won us the game. At the end of the day, I'm going to give him a 7.8.
Okay, Rashford viewers
Tambah sikit,
rated
tambah
5.
sikit.
Sila jalan.
Tambah sikit pasal Ronaldo.
Boleh. Konspirasi.
Dua gol jaringan yang dua jaringan yang terbaik. Jadi siapa Messi? Kita tak perlukan Messi, kita perlukan Ronaldo saja. Itu saja.
Yes. Betul. Good. Okay. Rashford 5.9, Sancho 6.8, Cristiano Ronaldo 8.5. Okay, this one not much of a rating, but then anyway, Josh, what do you think about our subs? Okay, Lord Lingard, Jesse Lingard, and also the Van der Beek, and also the magnificent Anthony Martial. Hold up play. It's hold up play.
Yeah, he did one hold up play, got a foul, and that deserve a 5 lah. Because he got the foul, contributed to Maguire tying his shoelace, contributed to De Gea hitting the goal. So well done, Martial. I think you contributed for the running out of time lah. So well done, Martial. I mean, for Lingard and I think Lingard had one nice. Also to bring to carry the ball over the left flank. I think he saw there's no one there, and he did an attempt on goal. So that was good also. And this is the first time I didn't mind actually Van der Beek coming in the first minute, second minute. To be honest, the reason why we are so frustrated with Van der Beek don't play is because we lose and draw all the time, and we have an intelligent player in the bench. This is the most frustrating thing that happened. And I think being Van der Beek himself, if he see himself winning the game, coming in, and then trying to improvise play and all to play slight 1-2s and all to burn time, I think it's fine as long we get the 3 points. I think no matter what, if you come as a substitute, you will still be happy with the team winning. So I will rate him as a 5. I think among all the subs, I will just can only rate a 5 lah. Nothing to shout about per se. But yeah, this is the only time that I didn't mind, and I was not upset that Van der Beek came off for 1 minute or 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, 6 minutes. 1+5. So yeah, this was the time that I'm okay with that lah. Great job lah for him.
Okay, so the viewers rated Lingard 4.8, Van der Beek 5, Anthony Martial 4.9. Boo. Boo. Okay, we got a comment here. This comment I got to read out. I think this is a very good comment. Where is it? Okay. DL King. All right, DL King. Cristiano actually given an under par performance if taken out his 2 goals. Okay, but I think, okay, guys, maybe I get a round robin now. Okay, we start with Smurf lah. Having Cristiano in our team right now, right? Actually, what do you think his main role is? Do you want to see, running down the wings, tracking back and stuff like that? Or do you just want to see us finishing goals, tapping goals, whatever, however ugly it is, just get us the points and get us the win? What's your opinion?
I mean, we could see towards when he was walking off the pitch, when he was substituted, that he was basically really, really tired. I think we all noticed that. He's basically 36 now, and for him to play at this highest level of football, I think it's amazing, and the way he's contributing to the squad. But nevertheless, I'm not going to take away that, yes, I would to agree with DL King that Ronaldo did not have a fantastic game that we all would to imagine yesterday. But I think, look at Berbatov. Those were the days. I mean, we all call him one of the laziest striker. Okay, he barely moves, but his ball control and his finishing is exclusively good. So, this is what I feel that Ralph should actually use Ronaldo for. I mean, we don't care if you are going to press. Yeah, you do a pressing a little bit on the front, but at the end of the day, when the ball comes to you, you finish it for us. That is very important to me. I mean, I'm not going to expect him to run to the midfield, run to the defense to help them out. But when the ball goes to him, he better finish it.
Okay, actually, we missed out one particular person, Michael Carrick. Okay, Michael Carrick, his final, game as the interim manager, however you want to put it, as Manchester United. Okay, so I think early on, Smurf, you touched on this already. Okay, so I'm just going to pass it to Jai first. Jai, macam mana you akan rate Michael Carrick, and then also any parting words, apa message untuk dia, since dia dah tinggalkan Manchester United.
Carrick 15 tahun dekat United, and then dia under Mourinho dan under yang terakhir oleh Gunnar Solskjaer. Betul tak? Kalau tak silap lah. So this is maestro midfield kita tau, legend midfield kita. And then bila dia ambil 3 game, dia ada karakter sebagai manager yang bagus. Kita nampak dia punya decision maker. Dia boleh letak Ronaldo kat bench, dia boleh letak a few player yang bukan kebiasaan sebelum ni oleh masukkan. So kita nampak potential pada Van der Beek dengan masa first game dengan Villarreal, tak silap I. And then macam semalam Dalot dengan Teles, kita punya potential player. Sebenarnya tim kita ni semuanya ada potential. Termasuklah Carrick sekali. Carrick memang ada potential, cuma mungkin experience kurang. Tetapi pada I untuk 3 game ni, dia telah menjalankan satu tugas yang sangat bagus. Kalau kita tak ada choice lepas ni, kita boleh ambil dia. Sebab dia ada karakter yang kita rasa dia suit dengan apa yang kita perlukan. Sebab I nampak 3 game, 1 draw, 2 menang, dan kita nampak dia boleh letak Ronaldo dekat bench. Dia ada sistem yang kita rasa dia boleh buat sesuatu untuk United. Tapi mungkin experience saja yang kurang. So, for me, dia buat kerja 2 perkataan lah I bagi. 2 perkataan yang kita boleh bagi kat dia. Kita combinekan. Wow, fantastic. 2 perkataan tu. Wow plus fantastic. Itu untuk Carrick. So, Carrick, I rasa dia tak perlu keluar daripada jadi manager. Mungkin dia boleh jadi manager. Sebab satu hari nanti, kemungkinan dia boleh ambil United. Untuk experience, dia kena cari lagi kat luar. So, dia tak boleh stop jadi manager. Sebab dia memang ada karakter tu. So, wow and fantastic untuk Carrick.
Okay, Josh, maybe a quick one to add on to what Jai mentioned about Michael Carrick, and also who is your man of the match?
Yeah, I think what I want to say is thank you, Michael Carrick, for this wonderful, not only for what he did as a player and a great servant for Ole as well. And the last 3 games, who would have thought we can get 7 points out of 3, and especially like Arsenal, Chelsea, and away with Villarreal. So, great job. I think he really steered the ship very well. And I think he has great potential of being a great manager in the Premier League, and who knows, one day in United as well. So yeah, I rate him a 10.5 in these 3 games actually. Very unexpected, to be honest. I thought we'll be going for a draw, sneak that in, try to defend, but no. He really went positively and dared to change players and things like that. And I think it was a good move, very honorable move for him to step down. And we all know now he's very respectable, and he will be always a legend as well. I think we rate him that way moving forward. And and all the best to him. Hopefully for a better club. Another club in the Premier League. And my man of the match, I think I'll agree a bit on DL King also, that CR7 was really under par. But of course, there's different expectation for CR7. But I would give Fred the man of the match, to be honest. I think despite the Paku for De Gea, I think because he also won the penalty, Yeah. So he got three assists, actually.
Yeah, betul.
Only 3.
Yeah, so 3 assists. Yeah, and then the last minute tackle,
Yeah. Okay, we got a comment here by Brian Lee. Thank you, Michael Carrick.
Terima kasih.
Yeah, so Fred for me.
Man of the match.
One of the best games for him, to be honest. Hope we can bring it up for the next few games.
Okay, guys, before we end this particular stream, right? Okay, let's just do a quick round robin. Okay, because Ralph Rangnick has just made his first press conference as the manager of Manchester United. Okay, so I'm sure that most of us here have watched the 30-minute length of the video and whatnot, and also I'm sure we already did our homework watching YouTube videos and whatnot. Okay, so what do you think about the appointment of Ralph Rangnick? Okay, and also the expectations for the coming months, for the coming 6 months that he will be at the helm for as the manager of Manchester United. We start with Smurf first.
Expectation for Ralph Rangnick, I think he has he put the pressure on himself, put it that way, and I like that. I mean, he's coming in with a very positive vibe. He did mention that basically Klopp did not inherit a squad that he is inheriting now these days. Of United. So the expectation he has put it on his, the burden he has put it on his shoulder, which is really, really heavy. And I am actually, call me crazy, but I'm actually expecting him to compete for the league. Not win the league, but I want you to be there competing for it. And you got to be, and also for the Champions League. These are the 2 things that I really want to see us competing and probably winning one of it.
Okay, Jai, apa pendapat you tentang appointment of Ralph Rangnick and also expectation? Adakah kita akan dapat ini season ni?
No, for me masih lagi mengekalkan jangan marah dan jangan tersinggung. Still I akan kekalkan perkataan yang sama, tapi cuma ada bagus ataupun tidak bagus. Still I akan cakap, lantikan Ralph Rangnick, adakah itu satu konspirasi? Satu konspirasi yang bagus untuk United ataupun yang bagus untuk Liverpool dan tim-tim yang lain. Jadi dekat sini masih lagi saya kekalkan konspirasi melantik Ralph Rangnick.
Confirm you jangan lepas ni next game Crystal Palace post game you cakap benda lain confirm clip this
dengar
guys.
Konspirasi ini adakah bagus untuk United ataupun tidak bagus untuk United, tapi still konspirasi. Kena faham tu, sebab Tuchel dekat Chelsea, Klopp dekat Liverpool. Adakah kebaikan untuk United ataupun keburukan untuk United? That mean konspirasi. I takkan tukar untuk sekarang.
Okay man, I'm a bit.
Minggu lepas you tanya siapa Ralph Rangnick?
I'm a bit confused. But then Josh, what do you think? Appointment of Ralph Rangnick and also expectations for the coming 6 months.
Yeah, I think it was a long time coming for a manager or an interim manager with that kind of stature. Very experienced, knows the system, have a dimension. Every one of his players will know what he wants out of them. And I think the players of Manchester United won't have a good Christmas per se. It's not a holiday season. There's a lot of hard work to do. And expectation wise, like I said in my last show also, I'm not expecting too much in the terms like, we're going to go with a big run of win. But actually, to be honest, the next 8 games, right, we have a very, very good fixtures with us.
Yes.
So
yes,
he came in at the right time also to build up the whole team until we meet bigger teams in the Premier League and also the round of 16 in the Champions League. So my personal expectation, I don't know with the rest of you guys, in our viewers and all, but I think top 4 very important. Continue to win in our home games. Don't lose out. Score 2-3 goals every time we play at home, and of course have a lot of possession of the ball. That's what we want. We want to be up there with the best and to play with the best. Because I think he's also having a tie-up to bring in Haaland after Ronaldo. So
He actually came in and he came out and actually say it's a rumor lah. It's not true. The 10 million thing is not true lah.
But who knows lah? Because he's a very big fan of German players or German Bundesliga players. So he might be that pulling factor for among the top teams that we in the Premier League. So yeah, who knows? This is my expectation. If you ask me if it's a cup that we will get, the closest will be FA Cup lah. But I hope if we go really for the cup, we go for the Champions League lah. Go for glory lah. If Tuchel can do it, why not Rangnick lah?
Okay, let's just get a bit of a comments on Ralph Rangnick. All right, we got one here. Okay, by Madan. Ralph stressed about control and balance in the team. Perfect speech by Ralph. I think of all the press conference that I watched the past, I think maybe a few months ago, and even a couple of years, I think this particular one is very articulate, very technical and whatnot. He actually go in depth, and then I think even from the how to say the reporters and whatnot, right? There's a level of respect. I mean, the questions that they actually asked him, apart from the Haaland question, I think the question that they asked him was actually very. It's like more respectful and whatnot, you see. So I think it's a very a good sign, a good starting point, a new era for us, right? Okay, another comment by DL King. I don't know what Ralph can win in this term, but I will be very pleased if Ralph can make our United team becomes a very difficult team to beat, and our gameplay will be entertaining and more aggressive. Amen to that, man. That is actually what United fans wanted all this while along. Yes, trophies and whatnot, yes, but we were crying for this style of football that will entertain us and then at least somehow make us feel, feared, by our rivals and whatnot. Okay, and one more. Last comment before we end this. We always end our segment with a Brian Lee comment. Okay, Ralph Rangnick spoke better than my girlfriend sweet talk to me. Proceeds to sleep on the couch. Gin pressing. Okay, and with that, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay, like usual, please like, share, subscribe. Okay, Jai, ini kali ketiga any event, coming out event, share dengan kawan-kawan semua.
Okay guys, jangan lupa dekat UM Park 11 hari bulan 12 jam 7 malam kita ada buat friendly match with the panels, with the Telegram members and with the celebrity. The condition ialah subscribe, share and like. Itu condition dia.
Dan 3 dos.
Dan 3 dos. Jangan lupa.
And with that, guys, thank you. Good night. We'll see you guys this Sunday night after the Crystal Palace game.
When we win Crystal Palace.
Ralph Rangnick's first game.
Yeah, man.
Siapa?